All right, Ali, do your thing.
All right, let's hit it. All right, y'all. Welcome to the Digitally Dream Out the Ground podcast. Oh, where'd I go? Where's there? Excuse me. There we go. Okay. Welcome to DDOG, Digitally Dream Out the Ground podcast, presented by my boy Cortez Branch on StreamYard. We are here on a beautiful Thursday. So, Cortez, tell me, what's been, pretty much been a lot of stuff going on in the NFL, obviously, right before the break season starts next week. Kind of what's going on in your brain, kind of in terms of headlines and free agency and kind of injuries, because I have a bunch of stuff for these guys, but I want to get your thoughts, on any teams, specifically, with Chicago and so on and so forth.
Well, I mean, it's man, Chicago's going to be something crazy this season. If you want to talk about, like, I think the entire NFL is ready for an upheaval this year. We got a bunch of incumbent backup quarterbacks. So we did our draft last night. And in the middle of our draft, I started realizing, especially because of how many people, we have 19 teams. That's a huge draft for a fantasy draft, especially when you're drafting an entire defense and not any individual defensive players. You know what I mean? Like, so the draft started getting tight because think about it. If you're running two starting quarterbacks and there's 19 teams, there's only 32 NFL teams. That means that some people are going to not have quarterbacks for you know what I mean? And I did it on purpose to teach those guys a lesson. They wanted to take away the defensive players out the draft. So I said, cool, we can take away the defensive players out the draft. We're going to have to run two quarterbacks then.
Exactly, yeah.
It ain't going to work. It's going to be a cluster F. But I'm telling you, I got two good starters. I got Jalen Hurts and I got Justin Herbert. I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I'm good because I got two quarterbacks and they got to deal with Dylan Gabriel as a backup. And if you got lucky enough to grab somebody who might start, good for you. If you didn't, that's not my fault. I warned you. I warned you guys. I warned you. You know what I mean? So one of the coaches is on this year. He got Brock Purdy, and he's like, I don't know if I'm happy about that. I'm like, you should be, because he plays the majority of the games.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to help you out this time. That's literally what's going to help you out.
100%. I was going to say, actually, from the reason I asked about Chicago, because, obviously the Bears play the Chiefs in the preseason, right? And then on first things first, I was watching it, the other day. I think it was yesterday, if not day before yesterday. Caleb actually struggled, right? And then Ben Johnson, after the post game, during the presser, was saying that, the offense, he wasn't happy with the offense as a whole. Now, he didn't sing out Caleb, right? And, the Nick Wright basically pulls up the graphics of Caleb against contemporaries such as Drake May, CJ Stroud, Bo Nix, right? All those guys, not CJ. And essentially, what it came down to was essentially Nick basically making the case that, the Bears, I want to say he was trying to make the case that Caleb wasn't the inefficiencies of the offense weren't necessarily totally on Caleb, but obviously, it didn't look good for the first half that he was in before they pulled him for the backups, as due for all preseason games, right? But essentially, it's just interesting to me because, I think the Bears have improved tenfold across the board in terms of offensive line, defense, running back. There's still some holes here and there. But yeah, really the big question mark is the quarterback, right? The number one overall pick, right? From a year ago. So really we'll see what he looks like. I do. And also to see what Ben Johnson's going to bring to the table, with this new look kind of, offense, because obviously Ben Johnson known for his innovative schemes and, being a kind of offensive genius. So we'll see, I think. And now to kind of pivot, obviously these guys, right now, currently the only healthy receivers are Ricky Pearsall and one other guy who's not Juwan Jennings. It's not anyone who we've invested high draft capital in besides Ricky. So really the Niners are also kind of banged up. There's a lot of defensive line injuries. Some of them are now back. They've also actually, one thing I do want to talk about is the addition of Brian Robinson Jr., to this offense, right? Obviously, the Niners have been a phenomenal run team, in terms of kind of running with his own run block scheme, right? Now we already have Christian McCaffrey coming back, from his double Achilles tendonitis. But Brian Robinson Jr. will be someone who I'm interested to see and kind of how they use him, in this dynamic, right? Not saying that you need to flex a CMC out wide, but you definitely can, right? It's going to be interesting to me because I like the idea of, having a kind of a double-headed monster from the backfield. Watching America's game, or sorry, the Gambler and his Cowboys, the America's Team docuseries on Netflix. You kind of got me back. Those '90s vintage memories of Emmitt Smith just running the ball down the whats of the opponents, striking fear. And, I think kind of having these two, granted CMC, I mean, the health of Christian McCaffrey is still TBD. But it's going to be interesting to see how, this team kind of, puts it all together. With obviously.
How did you feel about the 49ers preseason?
Well, so far it's been okay. I think I don't really like the backup quarterback, Bradley. I think his name is Carter Bradley, whatever his name is. I think he is a product of nepotism. That's the reason why he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad he didn't make the final cut. So obviously the final cut was Mac Jones and Brock Purdy. I don't know why Jake Brendel made the final cut. He's been a turnstile at the center position. So, I think college likes his guys. I'm happy that Nick Zakelj didn't make it. He's been really terrible, and he's also been there just because he's Brock's roommate. So, I want to see how Drew Moss, Maya Lynn Lesnar, soon to be future hubby, right? Drew Moss, I'm sure if Brock is watching, I don't know if he is, but Brock, I mean, not Brock Purdy, but the next big thing, or I guess what do you call
the
it?
next big thing,
watching, right? Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, if Drew Moss can start as center, Connor Colby, I believe where he's from, Iowa. Yeah, Iowa. Another big hog on the offensive line. A lot of young blood coming in, this year, right? I mean, especially on the defensive line, right? With number 9 overall pick Michael Williams. CJ West, right? Nick Martin, coming in linebacking core, kind of pairing with Fred Warner. And, we're going to see how D Winters performs this year without Dre Greenlaw, right? So it's really a lot of question marks for the Niners as well, right? And so because, a lot of unknowns with this young draft class, but it'll be interesting, to see kind of how they put it together, especially.
So what would you give? So we did the draft already a couple of weeks ago. After the draft happened, we did the draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you give? So let's start with the 49ers. What would you give the 49ers as a preseason grade on their abilities?
I'll give like a C+, B- so far. Haven't really seen much yet for me to really kind of be swayed one way or the other. And again, with the injuries to the defensive line, and just if the biggest thing is the team has to stay healthy, right? And obviously, that's what killed us in the Super Bowl with Dre Greenlaw, and then obviously the special teams mistakes. And I need to see something kind of, I guess that's what I'm giving. I'm basically holding out judgment. That's kind of the reasoning for my grade. So based on what I've seen so far, C+, B-, and we'll see kind of how it shapes out, once we actually get to the regular season. So.
Okay. What would you say about the Cowboys preseason?
I haven't watched the Cowboys preseason. Have you watched any of the preseason games? I think they play the Falcons. Yeah, I think I caught a bit of that, when I was in the hotel. I guess, last week. But I haven't been paying attention. They should technically. They're going to be opening the season literally a week from today against Philly. So I would hope. You would hope, right, as a fan of the Cowboys, that they can actually, make that stride, especially with Jerry Jones. One thing about that Netflix doc series I referenced, right, the Gambler and his Cowboys, Stephen Jones, his other daughter, they're all saying that, every time they come short, they all say it's always next year, but now they realize that, time's running out because Jerry's getting up there, right? How many more years does he have left? And at literally, it's not like years that he has a player, literally years he has left on this planet Earth. He's 83 years old. I
might be dazed.
It's just,
I don't know. It sucks because he's old, and so you don't know if he makes it through the season even.
That's the thing. I think he does, and I think he has the best medical team as any billionaire would, right? Kind of like Vince and everyone else, right? Like Vince McMahon, right? When I say Vince, I don't mean Vince. And so I'm just like, we'll see. But I haven't seen enough of them. I guess, again, same thing. I guess I'm not going to get, whatever, I'll give them the same grade as Niners. I'm watching either preseason, so I can't say anything. But based on how they perform that season opener, based on how they perform in the latter half of the season, and especially where we need to see them perform in January, is where they'll need to be tested, where they'll need to be judged, right? I don't think there's any doubt that the Cowboys are a playoff team. They have the talent. They should, if they don't run the table in the East, they should at least clinch a wild card spot at minimum. Anything short of that is a failure.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. Moving on. So do you think that Detroit is going to be the same powerhouse that they were last year?
That's a great question. Only reason it's a great question is because, they lost both of their offensive coordinators, their offensive guru, Ben Johnson, to yours truly, Chicago Bears. And then obviously then they lost Aaron Glenn, revered New York Jet, went back home, to the Big Apple, and he's going to be making his head coaching debut this year, right? With the green and white. So I don't know. I don't think so. I think you can't just, it really depends on where it really just, it really depends on how quickly these coordinators, whoever step into their shoes, and these are big shoes to fill, right? Yeah. Whoever steps into the shoes and kind of, is ready to run the table, if they can, how well they respond. For example, you saw Vic Fangio step into, and you saw, the other guy, I forgot who it was. Was it it was Kellen Moore, right? Kellen Moore, Vic Fangio on the Eagles, right? Last year, right? They basically stepped in the first year and magic just, his fireworks flew and it just all clicked. Now, we also have to give context, right? The Eagles did have a very aggressive offseason. They had last year. They had Saquon Barkley. They got Mekhi Becton. They got Zach Bond. They got a bunch of, dogs. CJ Gardner-Johnson, right? So, they went ahead and, Harry Roseman being the aggressive GM that he is, he made the plays in the offseason to set them up for success from a roster construction process, right? To compete. And then, so, I'm not saying that it was an easy job for either coordinator, right? But given the fact that they already had that, those tools at their disposal, it was pretty seamless, for lack of a better term, right? Now, we're standing here, right, with Detroit being a similar situation, right? Dan Campbell losing his two guys. I don't know. Honestly, I wish I knew the names. I apologize for not being well-versed on who the coordinators are, for Detroit. But I'm just saying, it's hard pressed. I don't know who Detroit acquired this year in the offseason. I don't know if they acquired anyone major. And if they did, great. If they didn't, I'm pretty sure that they didn't have a Philly level offseason as Philly did last year, right? So essentially, the fact that you put that together and you put the fact that this team was really banged up last year, but they should have all their dogs back. So that's kind of why I'm holding out judgment, because we didn't get to see a fully healthy Detroit in the playoffs last year. We did see a fully healthy Detroit in the playoffs the year prior against my Niners, and as a championship, almost won that game. Now we'll see how they look, And really, the coordinator should not be make or break. It comes down to leadership, amongst the players. Right?
It comes down to leadership. Yeah.
Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Aiden Hutchinson, all these guys, the Penei Sewell, the entire offensive line, these guys, obviously at Dan Campbell, but it comes down to the players. Players got to execute, right? And Detroit, again, kind of like Cowboys. Detroit has a talent. There's no reason why they should not be, running the table. They should not. There's no reason why they can't, be a contender, make a deep playoff run unlike last year. But it's still TBD. We've seen them do it. The year prior, right? Come up short. So I guess it's TBD. Yeah.
So you mentioned the Jets. Let's go over to the AFC East.
Let's talk.
What do you think about the Jets, man?
That's a good question. With Justin Fields, I think the Jets. So let me ask you this: is this a question of just what I think of them, or is this me assigning a grade, or just
assign a grade to what they did in the offseason and the preseason?
Okay.
And what do you think their ceiling is?
Well, I'm just gonna carry just the mainstream bandwagon kind of news with kind of cutting bait with A-Rod, right? Not extending him, but losing Robert Saleh, but then again bringing in Aaron Glenn, who's a revered Jet. He's in the Jets Ring of Honor. For anyone who's not aware, one of the greatest cornerbacks in Jet franchise history, and then bringing in Justin Fields, who's a dynamic playmaker. We haven't really seen Justin Fields have an opportunity like this, right? We've seen him have bits and pieces of
legitimately QB1.
In Chicago, he's never been given a fair shake in the sense that he's never been in a position. In Chicago,
they never unleashed him They had him on a limited playbook the entire time in Chicago.
Because you have Matt Nagy, then you have, Matt Eberflus. You don't know who you have, right? And you don't know how they don't know how to use them, right? Now I'm curious, Aaron Glenn being a defensive-minded coach, does he know how to use him? See, that's really where it's going to come down to. How is Justin Fields going to be leveraged? Are they going to exploit the RPO, right? And kind of how's that going to look? The Jets have a great offensive line. They have great defense. I mean, they have playmakers, right? And they have a young quarterback. I mean, I'm not saying that that they should be an automatic playoff team, but I mean, if they're able to get some things going, yeah, they have kind of the pieces there to kind of get something going, right?
Yeah.
Now with other teams such as the Patriots in that division, obviously the Bills, right? It's going to be a bloodbath. Miami, obviously, Tua's there. And so, I mean, I guess we'll see, but I want to see. I hope the Jets. I would hope that the Jets at least can find a way to finish with a winning record, because that's really should be the expectation, right?
Well, the Giants cut Tommy DeVito. The Jets got rid of Aaron Rodgers, and the Jets kind of bolstered their quarterback room with more than just Justin Fields. So do you feel as if the Jets are now better than the Giants?
No. And the reason why I don't think they're better than the Giants is because the Giants with Jackson Dart, in my opinion, look like a completely different team they have looked the last 5 years under Daniel Jones.
Jackson Dart put up a really impressive game in his preseason debut.
He has put up an impressive preseason altogether. I mean, I'm blown away, honestly. I mean, I knew he was good. I knew he could play, but he looks like he's the potential rookie of the year. He looks like the Jaden Daniels of this rookie class, right? And that's kind of why. I mean, you got him. You got Malik Neighbors. You got the big boy on the defense. I forget his name. He led the league in sacks not too long ago. Dexter Lawrence. Thank you. They got the pieces, man. I mean, they're a young team. And now what? Is Russell Wilson? Yeah, Russell Wilson's on that team. And Russell Wilson's probably going to be the starter. But I think Jackson Dart's kind of waiting the wings. So, I mean, it's a perfect situation for him because he gets to sit behind Russell Wilson and learn from like a Hall of Fame quarterback. And kind of but he's already shown that he can kind of, step into it, at least what we've seen preseason thus far. Now, obviously, regular season is a completely different animal. I'm not going to, say, oh, yeah, preseason dictates that. But if we were to go back to Russell Wilson as rookie, when Matt Flynn had signed that big, humongous contract to go from Green Bay to Seattle, right? Russell Wilson just steps into it, and he just blows everyone numbers out the water. He was the best preseason quarterback statistically over Andrew Luck, over RG3, over, I guess, Nick Foles, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's I mean, you look for these types of these kind of anomalies, so to speak, right? And Jackson Dart kind of looks like one.
Yeah. All right, I'll say that. But we know Russell's starting.
Correct. Russell starting. I'm saying that for Jackson, it's a perfect situation, right?
How long do you think that Russell lasts before Jackson comes in and takes it from him? That's the question.
Brian Daboll, did they fire him? Can you?
You said Ryan. What's his name?
Brian Daboll, head coach. Let me check.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's still there. Yep, he's still there. Perfect. Yeah. So we got Daboll still there, right? I mean, that's really Daboll is a great coach. He made Daniel Jones a playoff quarterback. He actually helped Daniel Jones win a playoff game. So again, great situation.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so. How do you feel about Miami?
Oh man, Miami. I don't know. We'll see. TBD. Tyreek, all of them. Tua. It's really, again, we talk about Tua. If Tua can stay healthy, right? It's what it comes down to. And
Miami got Cardi B in the stands.
I know they do. They got her.
On the test down yesterday, I had to wish Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift a happy engagement.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
That's what I said. Congratulations. Do you think Travis Kelce plays another year after this, or is he done?
I mean, we'll see, but just so everyone's aware, Kelce, Mahomes, and Reed is up in that corner with Chris Jones. So, I know I rock these colors, but you got to recognize greatness. I had to see them rip my heart out, like open heart surgery, so in Vegas. So, you got to respect, And, I mean, To be your
So
question.
it's been 2 seasons now.
Yes.
And I have to ask the question for everyone for everybody that watches the DDOG podcast, for the new people who've never seen us do the DDOG podcast because you're new to my channel and you've gotten me from, Souls of Thought or the Classic Codes or even the BIM podcast. You've never seen us on DDOG. This is a special edition of the episode. It will be posted on DDOG afterwards. This is the first time that we've done a live show for you guys' viewing pleasure. It's going to be a little bit different than what we normally do. Do not expect all of this for every DDOG show. This is a little bit different. But I got to ask, since we're doing a little something different, I got to ask, it's been 2 years. I hope the Band-Aid and the wound has been licked clean, by life's responsibilities. And well, Kyle's still there, so that hasn't changed. But I got to ask the question. So after you went to the NFC Championship game, after you went to multiple games during the season, and then when you made your way all the way from the Pacific Northwest all the way to the West and Las Vegas to watch your team battle it out for the Super Bowl in a new stadium, in a new decade, for a new generation, you spent a lot of money that season, man.
Oh, yeah. That's why it's hurting.
Those tickets weren't comped.
Oh, no.
You spent a whole lot of money watching the San Francisco 49ers.
I mean, I've invested hard cash, into this team, right? I mean, these aren't discount tickets. They're not anything that I'm able to get through a Connect. I'm paying these like anyone else, buying these off StubHub and Ticketmaster. And so essentially, that's part of why I'm so critical of this team, because I literally invested, if you can't tell from the wall behind me, I've literally invested tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in this team. I mean, and again, to the point, right? It's the wound being clean, the wound being licked. No, absolutely not. That's Super Bowl. You never lick the wound clean. Back when you played, or you still play, but back when I played, right? When we played, together, right? What the Chicago Falcons make the the conference championship, and then we get blown the F out. Do you lick the wound clean? No, you remember that. AIFA 6 years prior, you make the Western Conference champ. You represent the Western Conference in the AIFA, championship. And let's go. Here we go. Yes, sir. Oh man, look at that. Great memories. Well, great memories if you're a Chiefs fan. It was a great memories overall. I have to concede. It was a great experience.
Great experience, right?
Yeah. You see these warm-ups right here, folks. Like this is basically this is the pregame. And those are my teeth. That's another reason why I hurt so bad, right? Because I've been to 2 consecutive NFC Championship victories for the Niners, 2 home games, right? Once in 2020 and then once last year in 2024. And it was just crazy to see how I guess what's the word? It was this was probably last year was probably the best chance of any Niners team this century of winning a Super Bowl, because they were, in my opinion, hands down the best team talent-wise, top to bottom that year, the 2023-2024 season, right? And then pretty much, you just see them. They're able to kind of get going and move down and, obviously, make some pretty significant runs. That was also, last year, my boy, there it is, the Detroit. Look at Brock. Watch this. Look at Brock. He escapes. Look at that. 10 yards. Look at that. Perks up the first. Again, it's one of those things, I absolutely love the game, right? And I'm always going to love the game. I'm always going to love my team, irrespective of how they finish, right? But with the amount of investment that's been committed. Yeah, go ahead, Tom Brady. Yep, all this. I've seen it all. I've seen the greatest of all time play. I've seen the greatest of current times play.
Speaking of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, and I've seen these boys, my boys, right there. You see me, I'm right there on the sideline filming this, right? I've seen this team just from all angles, all vantage points, regular season and playoffs. For the past decade, I've been.
They gotta hear this. They gotta hear this.
Hey.
You see the 49ers take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's go, baby. Amen. We out here.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
At the Super Bowl, it is your
Yes,
boy Austin, and we are here at Super Bowl.
And by the way, for those of you who can't see it, up there, let me see if I can position this a little bit higher. That hat that I'm wearing in that video is right there. That's the hat I wore at that game in Vegas, right up on top of that mantle. So, anyways, I just want to show you all that. But, to the point, bro, I mean, again, I just, watching, and I'm going to go back to that Netflix docuseries of the Cowboys and Niners, right? What that embodied to me as a Niners fan, and like you and me being 90s babies, like growing up with Steve Young and Jerry Rice, while we're in diapers, right? I mean, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman. Like, you're talking about 4 straight Super Bowl championships decided by these two teams.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
93, 94, 95, 96, right? Some people, who might be watching, you probably weren't even alive for half of these, if not most of these, right? But, for me, I don't remember 95, right? But I remember Steve. I remember Jerry vividly. I remember them in elementary school. I remember a lot of things. And to the point, like, see, it's really sad to see how far, because you asked me about the Cowboys and Niners preseason and how they both performed. It's so difficult to kind of grasp the concept of, man, 30 years ago, these two teams were the class of the NFC and the class of the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Cowboys were the dynasty of the 90s. Like, can you believe? I mean, that blows my mind because you see this team today.
I mean, you were in second grade, so
yeah. I mean, you don't even think that this team could have ever won anything with Jerry Jones just being all about marketing, about making money.
Hey, he's probably one of the best marketing professionals to ever touch sports.
To the point, he's probably the Vince. This is how I equate him. He's the Vince McMahon of the NFL.
I mean, the movie Little Giants did wonders for the Cowboys franchise. So basically what they did with the movie Little Giants is they allowed the licensing, the official licensing from the Dallas Cowboys to be used in that movie for the purpose of making kids Cowboys fans.
Right. Well, and to the point, I mean, Cowboy Nation has always been just kind of like a gigantic sea of like fans.
Right, because it's not regional, right?
Correct. And well, I mean, I also think because a lot of that stuff goes back to the 70s, like Roger Staubach, being quote unquote Captain America, Roger Dodger, right? The Dallas Cowboys being the first team to introduce cheerleaders, right? That was kind of edgy at that time. Then obviously Jerry taking it, and then, obviously Tom Landry, being, one of the greatest coaches ever. Then Jerry just taking it. I mean, that's the greatest thing. He fired Tom Landry, like literally his first day on the job. He fires him as owner. His first day as owner, and then he brings in Jimmy Johnson, who never coached the NFL before. And then they somehow put together the dynasty of a decade. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, that's – and, like, I'm not saying that, the current iteration of Jerry – actually, I am going to say that. Current iteration of Jerry has gone soft and old and senile. So
yeah, we're not even going to talk about the Micah Parsons thing because that's a mess.
I mean
that's a mess.
What we got now are prima donnas. We don't got champions. Michael Irvin said it best in documentary. He's all like, all the Cowboys before these Cowboys put a championship on the table. They sacrificed something to wear the star, right? Nowadays, same with the 49ers, honestly. I mean, I hate to say it, but I have to say it. Like, Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan. Mike Shanahan was the offensive coordinator of the 94-95 Niners, right? The last time they won a Super Bowl. Kyle Shanahan was the ball boy for that team. But what's the difference? The difference is the old man knows how to get the job done. One Super Bowl as OC, set a franchise record for most points scored that year, 94-95. 2 Super Bowls as head coach of the Broncos. Kyle Shanahan, 1 loss as OC against the GOAT. 2 losses as head coach against right. as head coach of the Niners.
I gotta ask the DDOG podcast who watch us regularly. Mm-hmm. Should we keep this?
I like it. I mean,
I know you were gonna like it.
I like it. If the fans like it, I'm cool with it. I've just been so busy, so it's like, I have a lot of content that me and Tez have been doing, which I still have to upload, which I'm gonna try to get done today. But it's one of those things where it's like, I love changing up the formats and I love trying out new platforms. Now, to Jerry Jones' credit, I'm going back to that topic. Jerry Jones actually was an innovator of his time, right? He was the first one to go against the league and say, I'm going to sign with Pepsi. I'm going to sign with Pepsi when the league was signed with Coke. I'm going to sign with Nike when the league was signed with Reebok.
Yep.
And the league tried to take his team from him.
Yep.
And then Jerry basically walked out. He was about to walk out of the owners meeting, and he turned around and he said, I know that you guys are suing against you guys suing me, basically like, you're planning to take the team from me, but he's like, just so you know, the injunction I filed against you for $750 million. If I win, he's like, if you win, you take my team. If I win, I'm going to collect every single fucking penny.
Well, I mean, to his benefit, Jerry won.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, but to the point, right?
That's the most valuable sports
franchise. Correct.
$14 billion.
$12 billion. Most valuable.
12 billion. Sorry.
Yeah, $12 billion. Most valuable of any sport. Any sport.
That's more than Real Madrid. That's more than Barcelona. That's more than AC Milan.
More than Lakers.
So to close us out for the last 12 minutes, we have a special analyst that will give us his opinions on a couple of different things. We'd like to introduce a longtime buddy of mine. You never got to meet him, Ali, but this is my legitimate best friend in the world, the godfather to my child. Welcome, Mikey Famine.
I'm not a crook.
Agreement off the Gridiron podcast, as well as the Tez Down podcast. How are you doing? Mikey?
I'm not a crook.
So Mikey hasn't been.
High praise. Thank you so much.
We can ask Mikey about these things because this is his area of expertise. Okay, I'm not calling him old, y'all. You did. Okay.
I was not watching the show previously. My daughter was eating a PB&J and putting it all over my kitchen, and I had to clean it up. So I did not see. This is totally unprompted. What's up, Ali? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So as you can see, everybody in my life who is important to me is named Ollie in one way or another. Yeah. So everybody who's important to my life is named Ollie. That's just how it works. Okay, guys.
I'm trying to tell you something.
So, I'm gonna ask him the question. So Mikey, we know who Jerry Jones is. You know about the Dallas Cowboys, who they are, and we watched the movie Little Giants as children.
Yes.
So it's kind of funny that in the movie Little Giants, the Cowboys completely overshadowed them in just about every frame of the movie.
The poor New York Giants kids team.
They made the kid Cowboys look better than all the other teams. On top of it, we find out that Jerry Jones helped finance the movie.
To be fair, this is probably why a lot of us hate the Cowboys right now. Is because they were the bullies and in the little kids movies, like, oh, you again.
So we got 10 minutes, and I want to spend the next couple of minutes with both of you guys evaluating some fashion. You guys ready for some fashion evaluation?
Let's go.
This is the first time we've ever done this on the DDOG podcast. It's the first time. And as you can see, these are some good-looking brothers, right? These are some good-looking brothers. These are some good-looking brothers out here,
Talking about us.
Y'all all ringed up. I'm ringed up in a different way, but you guys are all ringed up, You guys out there having babies and all the good stuff, joining me in fatherhood. I appreciate that from both of y'all. I was by myself for a while.
Hey, I had to find the right one.
That's what they all say.
I had to take my time.
Yes, sir. Yeah. You gotta take your time.
Because
let's look at this.
Trifling out.
You guys are allowed to talk over it. Okay. Matter of fact, we're gonna do it with no sound and just us commenting on it. How about that?
Let's go.
There we go. Suck on.
All right, we're gonna start off with the age-old favorite, as Cortez Sr. would say, the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, mute it. The music. Yeah, they'll get you.
All right. A little bit of old school in there, a little bit of video game style.
It's a little bit, yeah.
You've been to that stadium. How do you feel about that stadium?
It's giving Madden.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah, it's a legitimate.
Oh, sure. They didn't give us much, okay? They didn't give us much, so we're going to see what they gave us. I'm sure underneath the stadium does not look like that. Ali, you would know.
Hold on. Y'all up here acting like the damn stadium is an active open pit mine.
Yeah, no.
Like brother came out the mine shaft with a jersey on.
What's
Your
wrong,
locker room
Ali?
is in the mine shaft.
What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this picture, Ali? Let me know.
I mean, a bunch of shit. I mean, god damn. I mean, first of all, that is not. There's no mountain in the
The
background
mountains of San Francisco.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
number two,
Ali,
there's no.
we just watched you be there. Okay, so you're telling me it doesn't look like that.
Yeah, there's no cranes or there was active construction when the stadium was being built, but that was over a decade ago, right?
No.
Nowadays, it's pretty much set in stone. Once you see
So
what you
what's
get,
up with
right?
the mine shaft that you have to walk through? Because I never got to play there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
No, the tunnel is crazy in San Francisco. It's bats in there. Cave trolls from
My
Lord
God.
of the Rings.
My God.
What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
Oh, that's Gimli's house from the
Are they
show.
still looking for gold right now?
Yeah, clearly.
So,
Don't you see
I gotta ask the question,
the oil lamps illuminating the place?
Ali? Why are you on the Digitally Dreaming Off the Gridiron podcast when you could be finding gold in San Francisco?
No, right? Shit. I mean, well, I could have been if I was born 150 years older, or
So
150
this
years
isn't
ago.
accurate.
Yeah.
So this is put out by the official San Francisco 49ers page, by the way.
They'll have AI do anything instead of paying somebody.
So
Yeah,
this
no.
is
like,
obviously
no, forget the
AI.
tripod. No.
All right, so we don't get anything we don't get nothing physical, but it's a black uniform with old school letters on it. Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
rivalry jersey.
And I guess what they're trying to do is kind of back to, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but literally also another decade ago, when the Niners opened in 2015, that was actually the first year the Harbaugh left. They opened up the season against the Vikings at Levi's with Kaepernick and the whole team just suited up with the all black.
Yeah, I remember
all
that.
blacks with the red letters, numbers, and kind of, but the only difference here is that they have the gold etching outline on the letters and numbers, and kind of the style is like kind of like that older.
What grade are you giving these?
Grade, I'm going to give it a D+. It's really unoriginal. AI is AI. It's trash, and the stadium sucks. And I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not reading uniform. I'm reading all this video. Back to uniform. The uniform, I'm going to give it like a C because it's not something we haven't really seen before. Like I said, it's just they haven't worn it in some time. So
okay. So all right. So okay, we'll give them that. Let's see who's next. We got the Buffalonians. It looks like.
Oh no.
Okay, the Buffalonians.
Why he got a snowball?
I'm not a big fan of the chrome.
Oh,
no, they're not the Colts. You're not the Colts. Don't do that.
Oh no.
They look like the Colts.
They actually look like the Lions, honestly. They look like the Lions.
Yeah, they look like the Lions.
With the silver, for sure.
Oh, with the snowball. The snowball. Josh Allen with the snowball, yo. Better watch out.
Man, throwing snowballs out here.
It's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I mean,
I don't know about these, man.
If y'all will forgive me for saying this, but I've learned several things over the last few years. One of the most important things is nerds of all varieties hate change. We tried to have one black Jedi who used to be a stormtrooper, and they tried to burn the internet down.
They took it from us, man.
We never got Finn as a Jedi. I'm saying you cannot change things that nerds and football fans are nerds. They're just nerds about football.
Yep.
It's about football. You cannot change things.
You see what's always on my desk.
You can freshen,
Ali, I got you.
you can offer like secondary and tertiary uniforms, but you can't do this. It's not the same. They're all gonna hate it.
No, right?
It's not the same.
It's a no, right?
I mean,
it's a hard no.
The only people willing to switch up jerseys like this are basketball fans, because the colorways on basketball jerseys be tough. They actually have some shit that looks good in like jeans and shit like that, rather than motherfuckers just like, well, what if I took the whole logo and just like made it the opposite?
Added chrome to it, made it all bumpy. How about this? Let's check out what the Nor'easter rivalry uniform looks like with the New England Patriots. All right. We got a storm coming. What's up with that Patriot thing?
Bro,
hold on, why has he got the lantern?
You don't play football on a boat?
Why has he got a lantern though?
That's Tom Hanks.
Oh, I don't know
Storm.
about this. I don't know about this at all.
What?
What color is it? Is that gray?
Houston Oiler looking like a little bit of Houston Oilers.
Is that gray, bro?
Yeah, it's gray and blue. Gray, dude. What?
When did the Patriots ever have gray as like their team color?
Never.
Oh.
All white helmet, no outlines, none, no boldness. It's
they got some stars, like 2 stars with a little bit of a banner.
Dude, I don't. They kind of look like the Colts too.
That's
nasty.
Okay, pause right there.
Yeah, nasty uniform.
Look
Nasty.
at that.
Let me actually do this.
I'm not a fan.
I'm about to pull up the boomer. Like,
yeah, I'm not.
Exactly. Let me just see.
That's weak.
I can't. I don't like it.
No.
Nor'easter. Nope.
Look,
Nor'easter.
Call the NBA. Figure out who did their city jerseys.
Yeah,
and just tell them to do a once-over because the city
NBA,
jerseys are
MLB,
almost all 100% tough.
I got to get off of this. My eyes hurt from looking at this. All right, let's look who's next. Arizona Cardinals, guys.
Oh, we're still going. I thought we had enough.
All right, we got there's a couple teams. Arizona Cardinals. We got.
Please put a scorpion on your jersey. Put a scorpion on there.
Yeah,
that would be some cactuses. That'd be tough, actually.
Let's see.
Let's see if they did it. Let's see if they.
Bro, it's the same jersey.
Legit, they haven't changed their jersey at all. They added dirt to it. It's dirt speckled.
So y'all stop washing the jerseys. This is the new.
Yeah, they're dirt speckled. They're dirt speckled. Okay, and they added the back. They haven't had the flag since the early Kurt Warner days. So they added the flag back to it. Yeah,
that's the state flag. With the sun rays or whatever. That's the Arizona state flag. So they got the state flag on the shoulders and then the back of the helmet.
Yeah. Sandblasted. Yeah, dirty.
Looking like 2 back-to-back L's to the Niners.
I'm not a big no.
It looked like they went to the 49ers locker room before they put the jerseys on because it was in that goddamn mine shaft. Is that spray painted on? The bird is spray painted on.
He's in a wind tunnel. Yeah, it's spray painted. It's airbrush. Sorry, airbrush.
Red and copper.
Desert Cardinal.
I don't know. McBride, Conrad.
What is this?
St. Louis said, "Give us our team back."
Exactly.
Give us our team back.
I can't spend time on that. Oh, nope. No classic codes on this show. That's all, guys. That's all for the New Jerseys. That's all for the New Jerseys.
And as much as people talk bad about the WNBA, the Indiana Fever just partnered with Netflix and Stranger Things. They got the Stranger Things font for the Fever. Ooh. And it's got like those black and red, like floating crystal things from the upside down on the jersey. They crushing it. And these motherfuckers came out here with some dirt. Put some dirt on the uniform.
Segment. I have one more, and let's hope it doesn't make us,
kind of a cheap Grizzly song. No effort, but instead it's going to be low effort.
Let's see what our boy Justin Fields is going to be wearing this year.
The Bears.
Let's see what our boy Justin Fields is going to be.
The Bears going to be out there in t-shirts.
Oh, the Bears ain't getting nothing new because Virginia is Virginia. Gotham City.
Excuse me. Pause. Excuse the hell out of me. New York is not Gotham. Chicago is Gotham.
We got to go back.
Chicago is Gotham. How dare them?
City.
No. Batman is from Chicago. All right. He lived up in like one of them leafy suburbs up on the north side, outside of the city. The skyscrapers, the dark motif. Gotham is Chicago. How dare you, New York?
The Ninja Turtles are underneath that right now.
No. I'm finna fight. Fight.
We haven't even seen a shred of the jersey yet, and you already don't like them.
No, because they not Gotham City, dog. We Gotham City. They can't have that. No, I ain't giving that up.
Let's see. Oh, come on. It's got to be. More AI. Okay. All right. Justin Fields, y'all.
Why pay when you could just, put out AI slop?
I mean, New York is kind of easy to take a video of, but
if it was a real cinematic city like Chicago.
Also, because they revamped the Jets logo, removed the jet, but left the jet stream. Okay, so the jet stream is there, but the jet's no longer there. Well,
there he is.
Yeah. Okay, he got green in his dreads.
Oh, I'm about to say, I think I know what this is about to look like. They're about to be looking like little Marshawn's out
Gotham
there.
City on the
Yeah.
jersey.
They put Gotham on there.
Gotham City football.
Yo, sue them.
Yep.
Sue them. The whole city of New York. I'll see you in court. You can't
Like
have
there's
it.
no jet anymore. This is the jet stream, but it's not the jet. The jet's completely gone. Like you look at that. Look at that detail. It's gone. And they Gotham City in the Gothic letters. Okay, what else we got here?
Trash.
I don't know about these. I don't know about these.
It's like they tried to take the Seahawks colorway and then like make it gritty, like one of them Batman movies or something like that. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not giving.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm good.
How do you feel? Ali?
Man, I mean, I'm really underwhelmed from all these uniform designs. Seems kind of desperate, honestly.
Cash grab.
So none of these. Okay, let's just be honest. None of these were good. San Francisco's okay. I'm gonna have to give. I'm giving the Patriots F minus. The Bills can have a C because all they did was copy paste Northwestern University's jersey the same way that everybody else did.
Yeah.
I don't even really want to talk about the Jets Gotham City jersey. It's underwhelming. And then Arizona, you ought to even try.
Gotta try harder than that. If that was a try, I mean, again, call somebody who knows how to make a jersey.
Somebody made millions of dollars after these decisions.
All right, I dropped it in the private chat. The Indiana Fever jersey.
See that?
I'm just saying, like, this is just, I don't know, a WNBA team, but they took a boring ass blue and yellow ass or a red and red with some black. We're gonna show it. We're gonna show it. Trim.
We do our guys right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show it because it's only right that we do this.
I mean, it's easy, y'all. Just improve it a little bit. You don't have to do much.
All right. So look at the detail. I like the red. So for you guys that don't know, I actually looked at this jersey way before he sent it to me. And the Bulls have the exact same designer, by the way. So what they've done for their City Connect jerseys is this is a red jersey with black sublimation. So it's not a black jersey. It's a red jersey with black sublimation. So as you can see, they added the right speckle. This is black speckle. It's not red speckle. It's black speckle. The jersey is red, as you can see from the inside, if you guys know anything about jersey design. And it actually goes very well with the design. It's subtle, too, because
that,
you probably
that font is Stranger Things. That font is Stranger Things, yeah.
Definitely from Stranger Things. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is nice. This is nice.
Just saying. And all they did was they had, like, you see right up there on the top, the second one, like that's their normal, just regular red jersey. And they was like, you know what? Stranger Things want to do some stuff with us. Let's grab their font, do that. Yeah. It's simple, just a couple of little tweaks. These boys over here talking about some, hey, what if we took the helmet and made it like a manhole cover? Like, what are you doing, bro?
I'm just not a fan of any of the new NFL jerseys that just came out. I think the WNBA, the NBA, and the MLB all did it better, except the White Sox.
Indiana.
That Bulls crossover was not a win.
The Bulls City jersey, Indianapolis City jersey with the yellow and like the bright blue and shit. Like, people take their boring stuff and then flip it and then it works. You can't take the stuff from like 5 or 6, 10 seasons ago, put a gold trim on it, and then whoever works at the office, he just made a guap off of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let somebody else get that gig. This dude sucks.
Yeah.
Let us in there.
We'll
make you a way better jersey. We'll do it for the cheap. We'll do it for 80% of whatever you pay homeboy. We'll do it for 80%.
So you're not getting one, is what you're telling me. You're not getting any of those. Ollie, you're not buying the new 49ers City jersey? Rivalry City jersey?
Talking to me?
Yep.
No, hell no.
Ollie.
Hell no.
You sound straight.
I mean,
now, Chicago's never going to get one because it's Chicago. So,
how much are those jerseys, you think? The new jerseys?
They start at $250.
American?
Yes.
No. No.
No, you ain't paying too. Let me hold on a second. Stay right there, y'all.
Yeah, let me know how much. Let me know how much because all the ones that we like
Oh.
the official replicas are all like around 2 something. So how much are you paying for one that you're gonna get? That's the question. All the replicas are like $250.
So you see, this is actually the pro cut.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a style jersey.
This is actually kind of cut to actual kind of NFL. I think they call them the Vapor Elite.
Mm-hmm.
So if you buy this from Fanatics, or you buy it from anywhere else, you can kind of see how they have the the mesh for the breathable kind of aspect of it.
Ankle twill for those who are uninitiated.
Twill, no sublimation, none of that trash.
No sublimation.
Nice little chrome shield, right? You got a little little kind of striation over here. Dry fit. I mean, this is what you need. You know what I'm saying? So
how much are those?
These ones are pretty penny.
Yeah, they're like $250. They're like $250.
They're $250, but you can get them.
Would you ever wear that?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
y'all
wearing
out here.
Look
here wearing $200 jerseys.
You see what I got on in this picture, right? Look. I'm gonna tell you right now. If it wasn't for my connections, I wouldn't even be wearing one.
Hell yeah,
I'm only wearing one because of my connections to the sport.
Same here. No, I mean it's all connections from playing. So
yeah, like because I know what he paid. He knows what I paid, but we're not telling everybody else what we paid.
You're right. I ain't trying to mess up the hookup. But I'm looking at this ugly.
It's ugly. All of them are ugly. So we're all in agreement.
I'm looking at this ugly San Francisco jersey, which doesn't look anywhere as clean as the white one does. With the white with the red, it's a red with the white lettering. $130.
Exactly.
So they're gonna want at least $100.
They know it's trash.
These new joints, they're gonna want at least $130 or more because it's exclusive, bro. You're gonna have to. Look how many hours of work is that?
First of all, they're only gonna make them for a limited amount of time. And so on the secondary market, you might be paying $300 for one. Do you remember that Jerry Rice jersey that we were looking at a couple of years ago, Ali? And it was like $400, the Super Bowl one with the patch on it.
Yeah, no, it's and I have those.
It wasn't even signed.
Right, and I mean, but it's crazy to the point. I mean, like Mikey, to your point, it's insane to think how much money it costs to get a jersey. It's crazy, But I mean, that's the market.
If you guys want a jersey,
like $100.
Hit me up. If you guys want a jersey, that's all I'm going to say about it. If you guys want an NFL jersey, hit me up.
That's crazy.
Yep. So it's time to spotlight the man of the hour. Final thoughts, Ali.
I guess for me, I'm just looking at it from the perspective of. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting season, right? I mean, like we talked about, especially the Niners, with all the new faces, right? A lot of young blood on both sides of the ball. They are favored to win the division. I just don't know if they're good enough to run the table. Granted, they are able to win, the West and get into the playoffs. I just don't know because with all the youth, right, and the experience. And it's gonna be interesting to see how Detroit does with the loss of both their offensive coordinators. It's gonna be interesting to see how all these teams do, honestly. The Jets, the Patriots, a lot of new head coaches stepping into the fold. So it's going to be an interesting season. I really think it's an open field for whoever wants it.
Oh, yeah. Famine, I want to thank you for joining us. Why don't you tell these people a little bit about you, where to find you on your various channels, your musical talents, and some of the things that we want them to know about you.
I can't because I just saw that it's $350 for a Mahomes jersey, elite. $350. Y'all be the ones paying $500 for concert tickets. We need to stand up as a people.
You don't want to know how much.
We can't let them just do that to us no more.
Ali, how much was your ticket for people that don't know?
For what?
For your like the full price of it. Don't give us your price.
Super Bowl?
How much was the full price of your Super Bowl ticket?
Oh Lord, you do not want me to tell you.
Yeah, not your price, but like the price that your seat was worth. How much was that?
You do not want me to tell you.
Oh yeah, let us know. Let us know.
No, you can ballpark it, and I'll tell you warm or cold. So it was a lot.
Look, we need to rise up.
I'll keep charging in the main bowl of the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. So for our DDOG podcast alumni that watch us, we talk about wrestling just as much as we talk about football. We don't talk about nothing else, other than basketball or baseball, some other sport. But let me tell you, this year's WrestleMania seat, which is I looked up how much the seat would cost at WrestleMania. The seat that you sat in for the Super Bowl, $70,000.
Yeah. No, it's
$70,000 for this year's WrestleMania.
And you know what? I really think what drives it is the venue more than anything else. Like,
that venue is expensive.
Well, and again, because if I'm not mistaken, the Super Bowl last year when I went, the Niners played the Chiefs at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. It was the first ever Super Bowl played in Nevada. And I believe it was the lowest attendance of any Super Bowl in the sense that because Allegiant had the smallest seating capacity of any venue in Super Bowl history. So it was like a record of like besides the COVID Bowl, right, which Tampa Tom.
Yeah, the COVID Bowl doesn't count.
The COVID Bowl doesn't count. So I mean, it's one of those things where it's like it was such a limited selection, right? That's what drove the prices. You know?
Right.
Same with WrestleMania, obviously Vegas.
I'm sure they didn't do that on purpose.
I mean, they probably did.
Yeah. I'm sure they didn't pick the smallest damn venue to jack up to.
Exactly.
You know what the problem is? All these damn seats. I have to sell all these. What if I just had 13 seats for $1 million each? Lord have mercy. But I'm from the Ben Podcast Network, youtube.com/the Ben Podcast Network. You can catch our, I think we have 4 weekly shows. Catch all your politics and pop
what
culture.
Up, Codes? What's up, Codes?
Not so much.
333 in the chat for the classic Codes. What's up, man?
Not
we
so.
all know him.
We don't have much pop culture. It's more mocking our own impending doom. So if we're going down swinging. You can check us out Tuesdays, Thursdays. Tonight we have a show where we take political clips and we give them a rating A through F, and we have a leaderboard so that at the end of the year we will have the playoffs to see who wins best and worst clip of the year.
So everybody that's watching, y'all can go ahead and stop it. I'm tired of it. He's tired of it. We're all tired of it. I'm doing shows again. Mikey did not tell me not to do shows. I'm doing shows, whatever. Go check out the Ben Podcast Network. That's where you're going to find all your funny politics as well as some very serious stuff. Come to DDOG for our sports. Check out The Tez Down, the new show where we bring it all together and talk about whatever we want, whenever we want. Because guess what? This show's new, so we're not monetized yet. So we can do whatever we want to do.
Can't hurt us now.
Except Joe Budden clips, because I got my first ever copyright strike for playing a small clip from a Joe Budden show. And we talked about this before a couple years ago, Mikey. Don't do it again about Joe Budden. We got struck there too. Don't do it again, Mikey.
But what I'm saying is I care about the artist. I care about the art. But I'm going to shut down anybody trying to make money in this motherfucker except me. I'm the only motherfucker that gets any goddamn dollars. Blam, blam, blam on the soundboard.
This boy will take all his friends' money. He like the shark at the friendly pool game.
Man, I love kicking it with my bros. I miss both of y'all. We got to get together soon. I probably won't be going to San Francisco anytime soon, but I will be in Hawaii because I'm sitting with my two bros. I'm going into the Hall of Fame in Hawaii in December for my efforts, and I will be the first person to do this outside of, not in my family. Obviously, Cliff went in last year to the NFL Hall of Fame, but I'll be the first one, on this side to go in, and I'm really happy about that. You guys, please check out our networks. This episode will be ripped from here and also put on DDOG with our beautiful new logo. We will be creating a lot more content for you guys. There's going to be a bunch of uploads that Ali is going to put on. We have a bunch of shows that we did that aren't uploaded there. This is the first live one that we've ever done together. And we got to bring in, our buddy Mike, and we got to talk about a lot of things that we don't normally get to talk about, outside of this space, on this space. I'm really happy about it. I think it's a lot more to come. I can't promise that they will be live every day, but I'm going to try my best outside of this weekend to do a show every single day, even if I got to do it at 2 a.m. So how do you always say that, Ali? I will try to do it this time. This has been the Digitally Dreaming Off the Gridiron podcast. My co-host with the most,
yes, sir.
Ali and Mikey Famine, thank you for joining us today. Please go and check out our networks. Go check out Souls of Thought. Check out Conversations with Soft Rain. Check out the Classic Codes with Classic himself, B-Class Music. I want you guys to check out Mikey Fammon's pages as well as his social media pages on Instagram and TikTok. There's some pretty funny stuff there.
And SoundCloud. And Twitch.
And Twitch. And Twitch. So
I have one announcement. I know you're closing up. I'm retiring from Call of Duty. I'm sick of the racism because these kids suck and all they do is talk trash. So
bring back Halo 2.
Right. I have a 6-hour compilation video that I have gotten cleared from all of the copyrights and all that stuff. I've taken care of stitched all the little problem areas. I'll put it out today. Like, I don't even care anymore. I'm done with that game forever. I'm tired of the racism. I'm going to Need for Speed and fighting games. Rest in peace, Call of Duty, until Halo comes out.
Oh, yes. So, guys, thank you for joining us. We're going to do this again soon.
Yes.
You guys, go check out all the content we've made. Catch up on us. We're pretty cool.
Do it.
We're all pretty cool. Once again, if you guys missed that, I'm going to show that one more time. It's the Ben Podcast Network. There's a lot of stuff there. I can't be held liable for things I said 5 years ago. Okay? Just keeping it real.
There's like if you ran all the videos together, there's like months of material.
You never have to turn this off.
The channel is like 7 years old, and we went 4 or 5 days a week for 7 years. So
there's a lot of stuff. For our early production value, we were broke. Okay.
It looks a lot better than a lot of people. Still,
we were broke at the beginning.
Pre-pandemic, it looks better than a lot of people's stuff.
Right. By the time Ollie got me, I was already polished.
My man.
Ollie got the good version.
Tell him.
We was
babies in the background screaming. I got good audio. I got good video, as you guys can tell. But hey, we're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it here because we're a little bit over our hour mark. We like to keep them around an hour on the DDOG podcast. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming over here and check out all the channels. Check out all the channels. It's really good stuff from people that look and sound like you. I mean, we look a little bit better, but you guys can aspire. That's why we're on TV.
It'll get you.